My name is Eleanor. I'm 71. I don't know why I'm recording this. My hands don't work the way they used to, and my voice cracks in places it didn't last year. But there's something about the quiet in this house now. It's not the same quiet it was when he was alive. Back then, the quiet felt like a choice. Now it feels like a sentence. His name was Daniel. I called him Danny until we were 40, and then I stopped. I don't remember deciding to stop. Somewhere in the middle of everything, the kids, the bills, the calendar filling up with things that felt important, I started calling him Daniel. He never said anything about that. That was Danny. He never said anything about most things. We met in 1972. I was 19. He came into the hardware store every Tuesday for a single light bulb. Same kind, every week. It took me 6 Tuesdays to realize he didn't need that many light bulbs. He was just trying to figure out how to talk to me. 43 years we had, and I loved him. I did. But here's the thing I don't say out loud. I was always choosing my words. Every single conversation, every small argument, every time he asked me what was wrong and I said nothing. I thought I was protecting him, that he was too soft for the sharp edges of what I really felt. So I chose my words carefully, measured, precise, quiet. Last year he got sick fast, pancreatic. By the time they found it, it was everywhere. He was in the hospital for 11 days. I sat beside him for 10 of them. On the 9th day, he woke up from a nap and looked at me with these clear, almost young eyes, and he said, "Elle, do you remember the ocean?" I said yes. He said, "I wanted to see it one more time." And I started to say something like "we will" or "when you get out of here." But he closed his eyes before I could finish, and then he didn't open them again. He died the next morning. I was holding his hand. I know that's what people say. I was holding his hand. But I was also, in my head, still choosing my words. Even then, even at the very end, I was thinking, should I say I love you again? Should I thank him for the bus ticket to Norfolk? And while I was choosing, he left. I have this memory now that plays on loop. It's not the hospital. It's a Tuesday in 1987. We were in the kitchen. I was washing dishes. He came up behind me and put his arms around my waist. He rested his chin on my shoulder and said, "You're quiet today." I said, "Just thinking." That was it. 2 words. I didn't turn around. I didn't lean into him. I didn't say, "I'm glad you're here." I just kept washing the same plate while he stood there for another minute and then walked away. I didn't know that was one of the last times he'd hold me like that. Not because he stopped, because I started standing farther from the sink. I started doing dishes after he went to bed. I started choosing silence because it felt safer than saying something I couldn't take back. But here's the truth. The silence was the thing I couldn't take back. I don't think he suffered. That's what people want to hear. But I also don't think he felt fully seen. Not by me. Not at the end. I gave him my presence, my hand, my voice saying the safe things. But I never gave him the messy, unfinished sentences that were actually living inside me. The ones that said, "I'm scared and I don't know if I ever deserved you. And please don't leave me even though I keep building doors between us." I was so careful. For 43 years, I was so careful. And now I'm 71, and my best friend died while I was choosing my words. And the only words I have left are the ones I never said. Sometimes I drive to the hardware store. It's a CVS now. I sit in the parking lot and watch people walk in and out. And I think about a boy who bought a light bulb every Tuesday because he was too shy to ask for my number. And I think about how he wasn't too shy. He was just waiting for me to say something first. And I never did. Not really. Not the way he needed. I don't have a lesson to give you. I didn't figure anything out in time. That's the whole point. All I know is that I spent decades treating words like they were expensive, and now I have plenty, more than I need, and no one left to say them to. If you're listening to this, and I don't know why you would be, maybe just don't wait. Not because it's the right thing to do, not because someone told you to, but because the silence you're choosing right now doesn't stay empty forever. It fills up with something, and sometimes that something is just your own voice, years later, asking a question you already know the answer to. I'd tell Danny I loved him again if I could, but I'd also tell him I was scared. I'd tell him about that plate, that stupid plate in 1987. He'd probably just nod. That's what he did. He'd nod and put his arms around me and say, "You can tell me now," and I would. That's the part that hurts the most. I could have told him then. He was always listening. I was just too busy choosing to hear myself. Thank you for sitting with this. If it reminded you of someone or something you haven't said yet, maybe just stay here for a minute. You don't have to do anything. Neither do I.